It's going to be part 3. I'm understanding part 2. YouTube took off because I had some background music in there, so I'm going to try to voice over, but we'll see, and re-release that, but we'll see what happens. So what's going on today is, okay, if you remember down there, we got some room here now. Actually, we got quite a bit here by shortening the mandrel. Now we're going to clock the pump. So I'm going to have this as the outlet's going to be over here and then go over here to the tank. So this is the tank right here that holds the water or moisture, then it has a drain on it. And then, so what I'm going to do is switch the valve covers, because this one's in the back right here, this port. So I'm going to bring it over to this side, and it's going to be right here. So I'm going to have an inlet like from here right to here. Let's try that again. Inlet from here over to here. And then the outlet's going to be here going over there. So it'll make more sense. Let me switch the valve covers and I'll show you. And then we're gonna also, this pump, it's not these, but on the back side here, there's 6 Allens, so you can clock this 6 different ways. So that's how I'm going to change the clock on this. I'm not going to do anything with the brackets. The brackets are good. I'm just going to take the pump off the brackets and clock it. So let's get going. I want to show you something, because I was just thinking that maybe somebody might be watching this and not understanding why there'd be a vacuum pump on a race car. So when you put a car on methanol or alcohol, it milks the oil or condensates. So as you can see, I just pulled the valve cover. As you can see, look at all the moisture here. This car hasn't been started in a month and a half. So what the vacuum pump does, I think the sun's killing it. Let me just do a couple of different shots. Yeah, that's a pretty good one right there. You can see all the moisture. So what happens when the car gets up to 170 degrees when it's on alcohol or methanol, the water, basically it milks the oil. So the water, at 170 degrees of engine temperature, the water will like bake off of the oil or remove from the oil. So what the vacuum pump does is it's belt driven, and it's going to suck the moisture out, or the water. Going to put it in the storage tank over here, and then there's a drain on that tank. You can see the little hose under the black valve and the hose underneath it, and you can suck, literally it pulls the moisture out of the oil. Instead of having it milked, it goes back to regular oil with no water in it. It's not antifreeze, it's just condensation. So that's the reason for a vacuum pump if you run alcohol or methanol. All right, let's switch them out. Okay, so we got the valve covers switched. So what my goal was is right here to go from the inlet to the inlet on the pump. It's going to end up being this one down here once we clock it. But yeah, so the valve covers are switched. So there won't be nothing over here. It'll just be like that. And then let's get this pump clocked. See what we got. Okay, so here's what the back of the vacuum pump looks like. So these 6 Allens, they're all equally spaced. So, and then this center is the pump up, so you can rotate that however you like. Okay, I got the pump clocked how I want it. I was just looking how this one's gonna hit out. Definitely gonna be building some hoses. I was hoping that this could just come out like a 90 and then just go down, but it's too tight, and you can't put a straight on this, that'll kink. So probably gonna end up with it. I'm not sure. Let me get a little more organized here, and we'll start building hoses. What I do when I build hoses is I get my aluminum jaws. An AN wrench works good too for that, but I'm going to separate that one, and then let's see if we'll put the fittings on, then we'll connect the dots. Okay. So it didn't quite go as planned. I don't know if you can tell, but see how the center shaft I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it's offset from the base. It's off to one side. Maybe if, yeah, you can kind of tell there. Anyway, so when I got it clocked exactly the way I wanted it, the belt was hitting the water pump. So now it's kind of hard to tell. It's pretty decent in there, right down here. So I think we're good there. So I think that's the final mock-up, and I got the intake side of the suction side hooked up, and then the other one's right here, and it looks pretty good with a 90, and it comes here, and it's just gonna come right over here and into the tank right there. Let's see if I get that right there. So it's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna get a shot of this front here with the alternator, and then you can see how much clearance is on that mandrel. So, and then the pump over there. So that's where we're at. So thanks for watching.